Well, I'm streaming now, perhaps. Right, I've had some. Oh, nice good start. Oh, sit down a minute. Right, I've had some fun today with the live streaming and everything else. I've been very busy. Um, where do I start? So I have now got Reggie in the big tank on this side, and so he's got a larger area now. And this side, I now have just Jaws. So he's back to what he was like when I first started. He's got 3/4 of this tank. So there's a lot more space. He's loving it. He's swimming up and down quite a bit earlier. At the end there, I've got the new jumbo filter I brought a while ago. Because the other filter is in my other tank, which I'll show you in a sec. So these are loving it. For some reason the picture isn't playing at the moment. Yeah, so Reggie has got a bigger area. Now, I don't know, let's try and put it on the table and have a look. I noticed today, look, if you look at back of Reggie's fin, he's got some growth. His fin is growing back, which I'm really chuffed about. I didn't think it would because there was quite a bit missing down into his body. But he's definitely got some growth there again. His fin is growing back, which I'm really pleased about. So he's in this area. It's a lot larger area for him. And like I said, Jaws is in this whole section of the tank. And like I said, he's been really opening up, swimming around, enjoying himself. So it's the best thing I could have done, really. I'm just checking the computer because it looks like the picture's not showing, but I don't know, perhaps it is. Good old live stream. I've had some fun with this live streaming today. I've actually gone out and brought a better webcam today because the other one kept freezing and messing me around. I'm hoping this is showing okay. So that's that tank. I've done the water change today and done some siphoning. And then we've got over here, we have the new tank. With Sammy in and the little guys. Now, that sponge filter is one of the sponge filters I took out of the other tank. Obviously, it cycled in. So I was able to fill up the water and put them in straight away. According to my computer, there's still no picture, but I'm going on the basis that there is. Yeah, I decided to put these three in because they were together in the other tank and they're getting on all right. So that's that tank set up in a basic way. Sponge is already cycled in, so they're up and running. They're swimming around enjoying it, which is good. I haven't been able to feed anyone today, but we shall see. I should feed them tomorrow because they've been moved anyway, so I've been really busy today. But they looking like they're enjoying it at the moment. They got probably same amount of volume of water as they had in the other one, in the other tank, but it's longer, so they got more of a. They can actually open up a little bit and swim a length of the tank. And they seem quite happy. All looking good. Sammy chases them a little bit, but obviously we'll see how they get on later on when the Litlands get bigger, because they're growing so quick. The one in danger might be Sammy later. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But that's their new home for now. But those three seem to get on quite well, really. Not too bad. So let's get back over to here. I'll just put that on there for the moment, because I don't know if you're actually seeing anything, if there's any picture. Ulsterman 96 has just told me there is a picture. That's good. Because on my computer it looks like it's froze, but there you go. I had so much trouble today, but I think it was the not so good camera that I was using. So like I said, I've gone out and brought a better camera. But I'm so much happier now because Jaws has got a nice decent stretch of tank where he can open up a bit. Reggie's got a lot more than he's used to be honest. And his fin's growing back. Yeah, can't believe that. That's awesome. Every time I looked at him, I was gutted because it'd been bitten off. But it's definitely growing back. It's amazing. If we lost a leg, he just wouldn't grow it back. But I mean that base, it was bitten right down to the base, yet it's still growing a fin through. So those fins, they must be the actual fin must go quite a long way into the body for it to grow back from such a bad bite. I mean that's a lot of space for Reggie. He's never not had that much space for a long time. So I am chuffed. Like I said, I haven't fed him today, but so I'll just leave that running for a bit. You can watch them swimming around a little bit. What's good is Jaws is staying up this end by the barrier, which means you can see him. Debs. I didn't know if there was a picture because look, it's froze. But Ulsterman just said yes, there was a picture. So we have got. See, I've got an advert for that way. Why I subscribe to my other channel so I can see what's going on. Because on there it's just frozen. Yeah, on there. So I can see. Right, Ulsterman has asked me what type of piranha is Reggie and Sammy. Now they're actually red bellies, but I rescued them or adopted them because they wasn't looked after very well, so their colouring is really bad. Now if I just point it up, Reggie a minute, he is actually a red belly, but he's had a bit of a bad life, to be honest. He'd been in, going on what he looks like, because I think he suffered Popeye in the past, and his poor colouring. I think he's been in a lot of water that was essentially dirty, but also was never dechlorinated, because he does struggle breathing sometimes as well. Although that's got better last week or so. But I think he's been in a lot of water that wasn't dechlorinated. If I just go over to Sammy. Now Sammy is a red belly. Sammy is a red belly. But going on the state of him, I think he's been in similar situation. Now his eyes, I think he's just been in really bad water. It might have been dechlorinated, but I don't know what's wrong with his eyes, whether it's not really Popeye, I don't think. I think it's like really poor water that's actually damaged his eyes some other way, because he can hardly see, basically. Now his back end's missing. Now I don't know if that's because of a piranha biting it off, or has he had fin rot. So he's had a bit of a bad life. He can see a little bit, but not much. Just pop that back there. I pretty much, somebody asked, is that, I can't see the computer, Cal Marley has asked what I feed them. I pretty much feed them, most of the time I feed them sprat. But I have fed them in all kinds of different types of fish. Roach, pilchard. Pilchard was very dirty, but most of the time it's sprats. I have fed them, like you can buy the reptile food, pinkies, little mice. They come to you frozen, like. They love them. They love the baby mice. I have tried them on baby rats. Once again, this is all dead. I mean, you buy it frozen, like. But they're not too keen on rats. There's something about rats they're not keen on. I don't know what it is. The little ones will feed on the skin and everything, but nobody really wants the insides. But they definitely like pinkies. But mainly I feed them sprats. But it's great to see Jaws back into a whole section of the tank. He or she is not moving much at the moment. Not sure of whether he's a he or she. But earlier he was swimming up and down, up and down, up and down, loving it. Reggie, he seems to constantly swim round at this really slow pace. He very rarely stays still. He's always sort of gently swimming around. He's quite a character, Reggie. If you put your fingers to the surface, you come up like that. I mean, it's not a... he probably wants to bite my fingers off, but... he does come to the surface quite a bit. I have fed him by hand from the surface in the past. If you watch on my channel, I've got loads of videos where I've hand fed jaws from the surface. Can get a bit dicey sometimes, but... right, this was just a test because I've got a new webcam and it seems to be working. Yeah, Ulsterman mentioned about using tongs. Yeah, so other people have mentioned tongs. Perhaps I should do. I don't know. It's just it's quite a good feeling feeding them by hand. Bit dicey, but I find if you don't put the fish in the water very well, they will come and grab it like fast. But if you put your hand right in with the fish in your hand, a lot of the time they're a lot more gentle, because then they don't feel like they got to reach for it. But yeah, little things, I should use tongs really. Right, I'll just take you back over to the Litlands for a bit, and I shall pretty much have to stop there. Looks like my webcam is working all right. Obviously, I only just set this tank up today, this one, so I'm going to be adding stuff to it at some stage. I don't know what at the moment. Problem is, the more you add, the less space they got. That's the problem. I don't like a reflective floor because they they look at themselves and get freaked out. But if you look here, because it's on a bit of board, there's no actual reflection from the floor for them to look at really. Only slight. But I don't know. It looks like it's a bad reflection from here, but it's only slight when you look down. But I probably will add something. I have got some of those cream tiles left over that I used for that side, so I might put cream tiles in. I don't know. They're definitely not swimming around like they can see their reflection a lot in the floor, so I might keep it as it is. I mean, normally if Jon Snow, that little one at the front there, if he can see his reflection big time, he's like always swimming around with his nose pointed to the floor, freaking out. And he's not doing it, he's swimming properly here. Yeah, Sammy does that quite a bit. But because he's got poor eyesight and hardly any fins, he can't really, hopefully he won't catch them. Yeah, so I might keep the floor as it is because they're not getting a huge reflection, so he's not like swimming around looking at himself all the time freaking out. It's a bit off-putting this live stream because it still looks like I've got no picture, but it's just I checked it on my phone and it is working, and someone said anyway. So. But hopefully they like this tank. So I only set it up today. I should be feeding them tomorrow probably, because after shifting them around they probably wouldn't feed anyway. I've had these little ones. I ordered them out the bag, got them from eBay, and basically they were like 3.5 centimeters, and now they're probably about 11-12 centimeters in 6 months, so they've grown really well. And this is the first piranha. Those little ones was the first piranha I'd ever owned. So I've made a lot of mistakes basically, and it's all been on YouTube. But I've learnt a lot. Sometimes you feel really guilty because of what's happened and what you've done. But those two little ones mean a lot to me because I've had them since babbies. Hopefully Sammy will never catch one. He's a bugger. If he was fully fit, I wouldn't have him in with him. If he ever hurts Jon Snow, I shall be very angry. Especially considering I adopted him, and he should be grateful. Right, I'm going to stop it there. It's nearly dinner time. But I'm chuffed for this new tank. That's good. I'll just pop this back over here while I shut it all down. Bye everybody.